Hello everyone, myself Snehal Shinde, lecturer in Pravin Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology from Electrical Department. Subject is Utilization of Electrical Energy, Subject Code 22626, Unit 5, Tariff and Power Factor Improvement. So the next topic is avoiding of low power factor using power factor improvement device. So if the load is shared by two motors, namely three-phase induction motor and three-phase synchronous motor, then a synchronous motor can be run in the over excitation mode by increasing its excitation so that it run with the leading power factor and induction running at a lagging power factor. Then overall power factor of the system improves. Second is the electrical machines such as three-phase induction motor and transformer can be avoided to at higher load conditions so that power factor at higher load is more. Use of single phase capacitor start and capacitor run motors be used as the electric drives at a better power factor. So as seen, the low power factor is almost invariably due to the inductive nature of the load, and therefore it is necessary to connect such device across the load which takes leading reactive power. The device such as static capacitor, synchronous machine or synchronous condenser take leading reactive power. So the leading reactive component of current drawn by power factor correcting device neutralizes the lagging reactive component of the current drawn by the load partly or completely. Power factor of the system will become unity when lagging reactive component of the load current is completely neutralized by the leading reactive component of the current drawn by power factor correcting device. Let the current drawn by an inductive circuit be I lagging behind the applied voltage by an angle phi. The leading current required to neutralize the lagging reactive component of the current drawn by the inductive circuit equipment to the given unity power factor. So I equal to sin phi, and sin phi can be written as a 1 minus cos square phi. So I root of 1 minus cos square phi equal to I into root of 1 minus power factor square. So the method as by the using static capacitor. So power factor can be improved by connecting the capacitors in parallel with the equipment operating at a lagging power factor such as induction motors, fluorescent tubes, static capacitors have small losses, low initial cost, little maintenance starting, easy installation and has capability to operate under ordinary atmosphere condition. However, they have short service life, 8 to 10 years. They get damaged and on over voltages and uneconomical repair, the current drawn by induction motors or fluorescent tube can be resolved using two components: the active component, which is in phase with the supply voltage, and the quadrature or wattless component of the constant magnitude. The capacitors draw current leading the supply voltage by 90 degree approximately and neutralize the quadrature or wattless component of the current drawn by the equipment across which these are connected. In case of three-phase load, capacitors can be connected either in star or delta. This capacitor remains connected permanently across the equipment and across the supply lines. So capacitor can be used for improving power factor. Many of the loads equipments are operating at lagging power factor. Capacitors are leading power factor units. So when connected, overall power factor improves. If the load is three-phase inductive load or three-phase induction motor connected to the three-phase supply, then capacitor three-phase bank either connected in star or delta can be connected to the three-phase supply voltage on which three-phase load is connected. Capacitor provide leading power factor so that overall power factor of the system increases to 0.8 and 0.9. The value of the static capacitor for the improvement of the power factor. So the leading current required to neutralize the lagging reactive component of the current drawn by the equipment to give the unity power factor. Advantages are: static capacitors consume very small power and losses are thus negligible, so the overall efficiency improves. Cost of the capacitor unit is comparatively less. Being static, no rotation maintenance is nil. No imbalance as in rotating unit. Very light in weight. Easy in installation. Capability to operate under ordinary atmospheric conditions. So disadvantage is less life, only up to 10 years. In overloading may damage, repairs not possible, so replacement. And next is the capacitor unit in the series. So series connected capacitor neutralizes the line reactance. These are used in the long transmission lines to provide automatic compensation with the variation in the load. Now next is the most economical power factor. So a consumer takes kilowatt equal to the power at power factor 5.1. So his maximum kVA demand equal to power divided by cos 5.1. He installs a unit for improvement of power factor. So now his maximum kVA demand becomes power divided by cos phi 2. So as cos phi 2 equal to root of 1 minus b divided by a square. So where b is the charging rate per kilovolt ampere of power factor improvement unit, A equal to the charging rate per kilovolt ampere of the maximum demand. A consumer takes kilowatt equal to the power at power factor 5.1. So his maximum kVA demand becomes power divided by cos phi 2. He installs a unit for the improvement of power factor. So now his maximum kilovolt ampere demand becomes power divided by cos phi 2. So his saving in kilovolt ampere equal to the power cos phi 1 minus power divided by cos phi 2. Saving in energy charges rupees equal to the rupees A into this whole term, that saving in the kVA. So power divided by cos phi 1 minus power divided by cos phi 2. The kVA are supplied for the improvement of power factor by the unit is P into 10 phi 1 minus P 10 phi 2. So the cost of installation per year equal to rupees B, then P 10 phi 1 minus P 10 phi 2. So net saving in rupees equal to rupees A minus rupees B. So here rupees A, P cos phi 1 minus P cos phi 2, and minus the P 10 phi 1 minus P 10 phi 2. Okay. Now this saving is maximum when the differential of the equation 1, we have to differentiate the equation 1 with respect to the cos phi 2 equal to the 0. So we have to differentiate it. So the differentiating the equation 1 with respect to the phi 2 and equating it as a 0. So now we get here minus AP. So 1 upon cos phi 1 minus cos phi 2. It will become AP into sec phi 2 into 10 phi 2 plus BP into, we have to take the common B, then it will become sec square phi 2 equal to the 0. So we will cancel out the P term here, and now we will get minus A sec phi 2 10 phi 2 plus B sec square phi 2 equal to 0. Now again rearranging this equation in the trigonometric form, we get minus A 10 phi 2 plus B sec phi 2 equal to the 0. Therefore minus A sin phi 2 cos phi 2 plus B cos phi 2 equal to the 0. Now minus A sin phi 2 plus B equal to the 0. So by arranging this equation, keeping sin phi 2 here and taking all the term, so plus B will become minus B here. So minus and minus sign will be cut down, and this A will come on the right hand side. So the equation will become sin phi 2 equal to B divided by A. Next will be the, by squaring the sides on the both side, we get sin square phi 2 equal to B divided by A square. Sin square phi 2 can be written as 1 minus cos square phi 2, and it will be as it is. So now plus 1 will go on right hand side and it will become minus 1. So cos phi square 1 minus, we will change the sign over here. So 1 minus B divided by A square, and we will cut the minus plus sign over here. So cos phi 2 equal to the, now this square will go here and it will become the root. So cos phi 2 equal to root of 1 minus B divided by A square. So where B is the charging rate per kVA of power factor improvement unit and A equal to charging rate per kVA of maximum demand. Thank you.